hey. Say hey.
Be beautiful, let it be beautiful.
Hey, y'all. Hey. Okay. So, I don't know when I'm going to get this video uploaded, but since I had the energy and I was in the mindset, I was like, let me go ahead and do it now. It will be a part of the holiday content. As y'all can tell by the title, life update. All right, let's just talk about today, currently. So, if y'all remember, when I was pregnant, I was diagnosed with gestational diabetes. Well, after I had Z, they cleared me because my A1C was below 6.5. My sugar was fine, my blood pressure was fine. They literally took me off of insulin cold turkey, and everything was everything. Well, somehow or another, between having Z and up until about a month ago, y'all, my A1C was 9.1. 9.1. And basically, when I went to the endocrinologist, he was like, your BMI, you're over your BMI, you're overweight, you're technically officially type 2 diabetic. Like, we need to put you on insulin, short-acting insulin, metformin, Mounjaro, da-da-da-da. I'm not taking the metformin because I was on metformin before. It does not cooperate with my body. It was making me sick. Normally, I use diet and exercise. Y'all know I don't really exercise, but I was dieting. Like, for one, I wasn't even eating right. Y'all know I was skipping meals, snacking. I was eating maybe one meal a day to regulate my A1C. But I've always been like that. I've been like that since I was in high school. I don't eat 3 meals a day. So that's how I was able to keep my A1C below a 6.5 because I wasn't eating for real. So after I had Z, I had picked my appetite had picked up. So I'm eating candy, pies, drinking soda again. Like, I'm eating every and anything when I'm hungry type shit. Messed around, my A1C is a 9.1. They put me on all this medication. I was like, I'm not taking the metformin because it makes me sick. I'm probably going to I'm going to let him know when I go back. Like, I'm going to either send a message or I will call because, sorry. Y'all, the Mounjaro makes me sick. Like, it gives me headaches. Depending on what thigh I injected in, it aches. And I already have a poor diet anyway because I eat like a bird. So every time I take a Mounjaro injection, I can't eat for like 16, 20 hours. Mind you, I'm already barely eating. So it's like I'm going almost 24 hours without eating. Y'all, I get headaches. I get nauseous. Like, something's not right. Like, it's not working with my body chemistry. So either we gonna have to take me off of it entirely or someone told me to try Zepbound. I'm not doing Ozempic because I've heard so many problems with Ozempic. That's why everybody is pushing Mounjaro because Ozempic is kind of fading out. So basically, my health, like, blood pressure's good, STD panel is clear, my vision's okay. I still need to get my crowns put in as far as my teeth go, but like, I'm healthy other than the fact that my A1C is 9.1. And honestly, I feel like my A1C was high that particular day because I just ate and drank a whole bunch of sugary shit the day or two before, you know, because I'm barely having to take my insulin, but at the same time, I'm also not eating as much as I was. You know what I'm saying? So that's nor here nor there. Trying to get my sugar regulated because I don't really like taking medicine. So that's that. Also, currently, I have outgrown my place of employment, but bills are due. I got so much shit that I'm trying to do. Like, I want to move. I want to get a car. I want to get Z in daycare. I can't really afford a change in pay, and I can't really afford not having the benefits that I have. But at the same time, my place of employment is overworking my ass. And I know that is a very common thing amongst a lot of places of employment, being overworked and underpaid. But it's getting to the point where my particular department, there's no communication, there's no teamwork. Everything comes to our office. It's feeling more like I'm the help versus we're a team. And I don't like that. And I honestly feel like I've just outgrown the position that I'm in, but I can't afford to go back to school. I don't want to take out loans because I don't want to be in further debt. My debt is already relatively low. The only debt I really have is the medical bills from when I went into the hospital to have my son. So it's kind of like I don't want to put a financial strain on me. And yes, there's grants and loans, but with everything that's currently going on with our fucked up individual that's supposed to be running our country, I don't want to take no chances of putting me more so in a shitty position. He's already doing that enough for us. So I don't want to put myself in a bind. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place because I don't want to stay in the same position I'm at. However, I can't afford to go to school to advance, you know what I'm saying? To advance myself further. So it's like, what do? I can't get a second job because I'm already working a 9 to 5. So when do I see my son? You know what I'm saying? It's real sucky. So I'm going to work pissed off because I kind of feel like I'm stagnant when it comes to my work situation. I have a really nice job. I get really good benefits. They high as fuck. They went up. I'm getting fucking ripped to shreds with taxes. And everything's going up. The economy is just fucked. So it's like, I'm literally just going to work for a check, but I'm miserable as fuck. So that's the work situation. Family and friends are good. Like, everyone is pretty much trying to stay positive and do what they need to do. Like, everyone's in survival mode. But we still vibe. We still trying to have high vibrations and be positive. Like, my brother, my childhood, you know, I call him my brother, but he not really blood. He's back in school. My best friend just got a house. My other best friend, she just celebrated her birthday. One of my best friends, she's in management. And my other best friend, her health has gotten better. Like, we all been going through shit, but we're all just doing what we need to do to keep moving. You know what I'm saying? I'm still in therapy. However, because we are short-staffed and overworked, I've been missing sessions. And then there's, you know, my therapist, she's a real person. She has stuff come up, so sometimes she can't come. So I'm really supposed to go bi-weekly, but sometimes I only go to therapy once a month. And then it's just kind of like, it's sucky because when I really need to talk about something, I can't because we're short at work and my boss needs me at the front. And it's just like, but you want me to take care of my mental, but I can't take care of my mental because you ain't doing what you need to do as a supervisor. You know what I'm saying? Like, the whole work situation is kind of like 40% of my stress level. And then also, me personally, I have the anxiety, the self-doubt, And I'm an overthinker. So it's like, am I doing everything I can do for my son? Do we have everything? Granted, lights is always on, water's always hot. He's always got clothes on his back. He always has food in his stomach. And so, I feel better, but at the same time, it's like, me personally, I'm not where I wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not my forever home. I'm definitely grateful for a roof over me and my son's head, but my room is out in the open. Like, I don't have the door to my room is my front door to the outside. Like, I really wish I could make enough money to really stack money to where I could get us in a position to get a forever home. It is just me. For those of you who don't know, I don't really think I actually said it out loud. My child's father passed away in March. And I don't have the extra help. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say that his family is estranged, but I was not really around them enough to build a rapport type of relationship with them to be like, hey, can you watch my son? Or, hey, do you want him for a night or two? So my parents are literally my team. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I don't really get time to myself. Like, Sunday night is my kid free night. As y'all can see, Z is with his grandparents. But shit, normally I would be going to work tomorrow. I did call in. I'm taking a fucking mental day. I haven't been feeling well. So I'm not going to work tomorrow, but I can't do that all the time because they be trying to point a bitch. So I've been dealing with the loss of my baby father. Like, there's times where I look at Z and I be like, damn, I fucking miss him. Like, we didn't have the best co-parenting relationship. It was getting there. But at the end of the day, our good times outweighed our bad times. So I miss my homie. So it's like, still dealing with that. I'm a lot better with it now than I was a couple of months ago. I will say that. So yeah, like, it's just 2025 has definitely been exhausting. It has been very, very exhausting. And I feel like the only reason why it's exhausting, for one, I had that very toxic situationship. I don't even want to call it a relationship. In 2024, that was not a relationship. That was a very toxic situation. And I'm going to be very transparent with y'all. 2024, I was quote unquote in a poly relationship. That was a mistake. It was a terrible, terrible mistake. And I only feel like I made the decision to be in that situation because I was mad at my baby father. And I was manipulated by a narcissist. And the sad thing about it wasn't even a male narcissist. It was a female narcissist. And I was vulnerable. So I got out of that situation because I woke the fuck up. But it was a year too long. It was a year too fucking long. But luckily, I got out of that situation before Z turned 1. So that was that. Had I not been in that situation, I feel like 2025 wouldn't have been as so fucking exhausting. But, I mean, it was what it was. It was a lesson learned. I got the fuck out of it. Moved the fuck on. Here we are, about to go into 2026. Lessons learned. And then, y'all know, I had Z in 2023. And it's like, it wasn't the worst pregnancy experience because I was pregnant pretty much the whole fucking year. I found out I was pregnant in January. I didn't have Z until September. And then I was recovering up until November. So, and that's another thing. I had to go back to work. They didn't give me they gave me 8 weeks. I don't even think they gave me 8 weeks. Did they give me 6 weeks? They gave me 6 weeks because the first 2 weeks I had PTO. They took my PTO. Yeah, my job's fucked up. They took my PTO. So the first 2 weeks of my maternity leave, I got my full check. The next 4 weeks, I got 65% short-term disability on my check. If I would have took an additional 4 weeks, it would have been unpaid. So I had to go back to work after being off. What was I off? I was off from September 11th. I went back November 6th or something. Yeah, I was only off for like a month and a half. So like, I wasn't in pain, but I was still like, I wasn't get up, keep going. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I felt rushed going back to work. My job didn't give a fuck. So went back to work. I was in that toxic ass situation. I got out of it before Z turned 1. Me and my baby daddy was working on understanding each other and being better co-parents, which was going really well. And then boom, he passes away March of 2025. So here we are. It is about to be December 1st of 2025. We are about to go into a whole new year. I do not want to be depressed this holiday season. And I think I mentioned this in a previous video, or maybe I didn't, I don't know. But I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to be like super duper in my feelings. I know it's a normal humanly thing, but I want to enjoy this season with my kid because I didn't really get to do that with him the first 2 years that he's been here. So like I didn't get to do it when I was pregnant. After he was born, I didn't really get to enjoy it because I had to fucking go back to work. And then I was in a situation that didn't really celebrate Christmas. Weird. The thing about that was they didn't celebrate Christmas, but they would go to church. It was weird. Anyway, that was that. And then in 2024, we did celebrate Christmas, but Z was still too little, so he didn't really know what the fuck was going on. And it was the first and last Christmas that he had with his father. So now this year it's like his daddy's not here. And I feel like after, we'll just call him D. After D passed in March, my world crumbled. I hate it when people cry on YouTube, so I don't want to. The holidays are already bittersweet because I've lost family members around this time of year, other family members around this time of year. So it's like, I think I've told y'all this, from October to now. It was October to February. Now it's October to March. It's kind of touch and go. And I think it's kind of like, there we go. I got my bait. I think it's kind of like a part of me realizing I'm getting older. My parents are getting older. They're not going to always be here. And my baby daddy's gone. And it's like, other than my father, I felt safe with my baby daddy. I felt protected. I don't feel protected now. I don't feel safe now. And certain people that I was dealing with that claimed that they cared about me or they loved me and they would be here to protect me. Y'all know how that go. So like my trust is all the way messed up. Like I guess you can say I'm out here talking to people because niggas don't date no more. They don't want to take you out. They think they just supposed to get king treatment because I don't know. I have no idea. So like I'm literally just, I ain't serious off nobody. Ain't nobody applying no pressure. And honestly, I can't even get mad at these dudes for how they feel because there are certain women out here then dogged them, took them for granted. You feel me? So I get it, but it's just like some dudes are just not. They just don't want to do the bare minimum, and it probably comes from a lot of trauma. I be watching The Conversation a lot. So if y'all be watching The Conversation, then y'all kind of know, like, it ain't always the dude's fault. Sometimes it has a lot to do with their childhood trauma. Sometimes it has a lot to do with who raised them. And it's like, I get that, but at some point, when do we take accountability for that trauma and heal from it so that we can love correctly? Like, I guarantee I'm going to love my son the right way so that he can love the right way. And I've come to the conclusion that it very well may just be me and Z for a while. Because I'm not just going to have any and every type of nigga around my son. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I made a promise at his dad's funeral that I would raise a man. And the thing about it is, I can only raise him so much. My dad can only instill in him the qualities of a good man as long as he's here, you know. And my daddy's up in age. He's almost 80, but he's actually in really good condition for his age. But it's just like I haven't came across any other man that I trust to be around my son to instill the qualities of a good man. So I got to do the best that I can to at least love him correctly. So when he do get out here and he do try to be the best man he can be and love a woman correctly, he know how to do it. You know what I'm saying? You know, cause when I watched I don't know if y'all saw the one particular episode of The Conversation. This dude was like, my mom protected me, but she never taught me how to protect myself. I have to do that. Because unfortunately, his daddy's not here. I don't have no brothers. I'm not close to none of my cousins. And the only other male figure that he has in his life is my 76-year-old father. So I got a lot on my shoulders. But for this particular holiday season, I just want my son to enjoy himself. Like, that is my ultimate goal. That's why I got to get this tree up. I got to get these decorations up. And I'm trying to be the best mom I can be. Period. So if it seems like I'm inconsistent on YouTube or I ain't putting out good quality, it's honestly because I'm doing the best I can in every other aspect. And honestly, I'm really considering this being my last year of YouTube because it ain't benefiting me nowhere. Like, it ain't putting no extra money in my pocket. And honestly, this is the most transparent I've ever been on my channel. Y'all ain't never seen me cry on this bitch. Ever. But I felt like I owed it to the ones that do watch my channel and do fuck with me the hard way for y'all to kind of understand why I go missing. Like, all these other YouTubes out here that's gaining money and shit like that, they come on here glitz and glamour, makeup, Louis Vuitton, trips to Dubai. This is real life. I'm real authentic. I'm the middle class. Like, I ain't got none of that shit. I get my little luxury pieces here and there, but the truth, the real truth, the real fucking tea is, it's real out here. Life is lifing. And it's different for everybody. I ain't saying that, the glitz and glamour YouTubers ain't going through their shit. But I'm going to be real. You don't never really see that shit on camera. They don't never bring that shit to the forefront. At least I don't see it. So I'm just saying, from a real person that works a 9-to-5, single mom, black female, living in somewhat there's abandoned houses, bro. I can count all the abandoned houses from here to my job, abandoned buildings, the amount of homelessness, like the amount of trash that's in my alley, bro. Like, this is real fucking life. And as much as I want to stay positive, and as much as I want to manifest my abundance, and as much as I do keep praying, it gets to a point where a motherfucker is just like, I'm over it. Like, not in a way where I would never hurt myself or nothing like that. Like, it don't get that deep. But sometimes I really just sit in silence and sit alone. Because at the end of the day, I don't care what dude is texting my phone, blowing up my phone. I'm alone. It's just me and my son. And when my son ain't here with me, I'm alone. Yeah, I got friends, but at the end of the day, they in the mud with me. They dealing with their own shit. I'm alone. So these are the things that go through my mind. So sometimes I don't want to pick up the camera. So I just wanted to explain to y'all life. I feel better now that I got that off my chest. But I do want y'all to know that I ain't no fake individual. Fake is not in my DNA. I ain't never came on here trying to be something that I'm not. I literally just try to do the best I can and bring joy to whoever I'm around. Like, I ain't faking no funk. I don't live in no mansion. I ain't going on no expensive trips. That I didn't been there, done that. I did all that stuff way back when. And y'all already know how social media is. If you don't look a certain way or you ain't doing a certain type of MO, they ain't really fucking with you. They ain't really paying attention to you. You just a peasant trying to be like the next motherfucker. I ain't trying to be like nobody. I don't want to be like nobody. Like Cash Doll said, I don't think I'm the shit. No, I'm not conceited. I don't think I'm better than nobody. But I know I'm the shit. And I ain't gotta fake it. And I ain't gotta sell my soul to do it. So just know when I'm not on YouTube, it ain't because I don't give a fuck. It ain't because, you feel me, I don't think about those that do fuck with me here on YouTube. It's honestly the fact that I have 300 and something subscribers on my YouTube, and the same 2 or 3 subscribers are the only ones that comment under my videos. So I'm just being real with y'all. Like, it's people out here really just trying to manifest they greatness and live in their purpose. I live in my truth every day. And it's not pretty. It ain't covered up with Sephora. It ain't dolled up with lace fronts. Y'all know I come on here looking rough. Chin hairs, crust in my eye, just a t-shirt on, ashy elbows. Like, I've never been the type to do anything for clout. And it's kind of like that saying, it's not what you know, it's who you know, is really fucked up, because sometimes the people you know are the ones that dog you the worst and leave you for dead. But on a happier note, we gonna do this cinnamon blow. I'm gonna do it here at midnight. If you're not familiar with the cinnamon blow, it's just a way of pretty much making a gesture towards your house and your energy within your home. You can do it at all of your doors of your home, or you can do it at just one. I'm probably just going to do it at my front door tonight. But on the first, I do a prayer, and I pretty much blow that prayer into my house with the cinnamon. So I wish y'all nothing but a happy holidays, and so much want for y'all to manifest greatness in y'all lives. It could be small gestures. It don't even have to be nothing big. It could be achieving a short-term goal. I just wish y'all the very best. I will definitely keep y'all in y'all prayers, and I pray that y'all keep me in y'all's. Hopefully this video uploads, because this is the longest video I've ever done. Longest video I've ever done. But I feel like this is the most transparent and most vulnerable I've ever been with y'all. And I just hope that you know that you're not alone. Like, I'm living real life with you. This is my baby.
My baby.
You my baby.
My baby.
Say my name's Z.
My baby.
My name's Z.
D10.
I'm Z-Man.
I'm D10.